Welcome back, everybody. For this exciting Tools of the Trade segment, I'm joined by Mike Drury from Alpine Riflecraft. A huge thanks for joining me today, Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steve.
This is going to be an epic conversation. I can tell by what's sitting down there on the bench. I want to dive into that, but before we do, I want to know all about the company. What inspired it?
Sure, yeah. I'll start by saying I'm a sheep hunter. I live in Alberta, so I've been a resident sheep hunter here since about 2002. And being in I'll call Western Canada the epicenter of sheep hunting in North America, um, it kind of always struck me as odd that nobody was building a purpose-built rifle for what we do. And that was really the impetus for starting the business in 2020.
Right, right. You saw the need and you decided to jump in with both feet and here we are. Here we are today having this great chat. So you mentioned that you're a sheep hunter.
Yep,
So obviously this is inspired by the challenges of mountain hunting.
100%.
How did that kind of shape the design of your product?
So it really boiled down to the things you experience when you're in the backcountry on a backpack hunt. Number one is weight. Um, Obviously, the less you pack with you, the farther you can go, the longer you can stay out. Um, Number two was the rifle had to be completely bomb proof, right? It's got to function perfectly, and when it comes down to that moment of truth, um, it really has to be shootable. So that's a hard balance to strike when we're talking about
Mhm.
something that's really light, but yet is going to perform when you need it to. As you know, a lot of the shots taken in sheep country can be at distance. So it's yeah, they're problems with very different solutions. Um,
Right.
and merging those into one design was really the big challenge.
Yeah, you touched on a real key there is being bomb proof. The last thing you need in the backcountry when you've saved up in some cases for years and flown in and hiked in for days and spent I don't want to say how much money in case my wife watches this and so but the last thing you need is your equipment to kind of be just dying on you out there. So you took the time to perfect it and you use things like titanium and carbon barrels. So what kind of role does innovation play in your design process?
Sure. I really look at materials as a way to solve problems. I always loved controlled round feed actions, which this is. But generally, those level of features come with a lot more weight, like a Winchester Model 70 or a Mauser. So using titanium, allows us to really obviously cut a lot of weight out of the receiver. Using carbon fiber allows us to cut weight out of the barrel, um, essentially removing weight from the back half of the rifle and leaving it in the front half of the barrel so that we have a platform that still balances well. So from a material standpoint, I'm an engineer by trade, so I really view that as a means to solving problems.
That's handy. It's it's good to have that mindset of not only being a hunter but of somebody that can solve the problems we sometimes face in the backcountry. So I want to see that thing a little bit more up close. Do
Sure.
you mind walking us through some of the cool features? What are we looking at?
Sure. Yeah. So what it is, it's a bolt action controlled round feed receiver. It's titanium. What isn't titanium is stainless steel or hard anodized aluminum. In the case of the bolt, we've got nitrided alloy steel, so it's very corrosion resistant. It's not something you're going to be taking back to your tent in the evening and worrying about wiping down. It can be beat on for weeks at a time, and you're not going to have a corrosion issue. Everything about what we make is CNC machined, um, very very high tolerance machining, so the quality is there. At the end of the day, what you're getting is an ultralight specific purpose-built hunting rifle for the mountains, and 100% made in Canada. Um, you're not going to find anything else like it on the market.
Oh, it's certainly a sexy piece of equipment that you've got right there, Mike.
Yeah.
What cartridge is that in? What caliber?
This one's a 308 Winchester.
Okay.
So the action is a 3-inch internal magazine length, and it's in standard case head cartridges. So it was really designed around the 284 Winchester case.
Gotcha.
But right now we're doing, the Creedmoor's 708 308 and the 284 Winchester.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So all the standard cartridges that a diehard mountain hunter and somebody who's just looking to pack a nice, reliable piece of Canadian made equipment over their shoulder in
you
any
bet.
of their endeavors that they're chasing in the backcountry.
You
Is
bet.
that in a nutshell?
That is absolutely. I mean, with this rifle is 4 pounds 7 ounces as it sits, so it's not something you want to chamber in a big Magnum. But
No.
obviously, these standard calibers will get it done out to 500 yards and in, no problem.
Awesome, Mike. So a huge thanks for joining me today. As we wrap this up, where can somebody find your product?
Sure. Canadian website is alpineriflecraft.ca, and you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at Alpine Riflecraft.
Awesome. Thanks for all you do, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me.